Okay, a small publishing company is planning to publish a new book. The production costs will include one-time fixed costs and variable costs, such as printing. All right, one-time fixed cost sounds like that number, whatever that number is, it's probably not going to involve multiplication. But variable cost, that means it's like, $3 a pound. So every time you have another pound of hamburger or something, it's another $3 or something. So that might very well include multiplication. All right, so let's see what we got. There are two production methods it could use. With one method, the one-time fixed cost will total $45,368. You know what? Yeah, I'll just write it. I was going to type it. Okay, and the variable cost will be $12 per book. So plus another $12 for each book. And you can use an X if you want. I just thought, well, use a B for number of books. Now, with the other method, the one-time fixed cost will be $18,796, and the variable cost will be another $18.50 for each book, times however many books you have. So if you have like 3 books, then 12 times 3 is $36. If you have 2 books, 12 times 2 is $24. For how many books produced will the costs from the two methods be the same? So when are they equal? Well, we got a variable over here and a variable over here, and it's time to just, throw you into the middle of the pond and say, it's time to swim. Okay, so we got to get those two variables together. So here's what I'm going to do, Sparky. I'm going to subtract 12 books from both sides. And why am I doing that? Well, because 12b minus 12b is 0. That's why. Okay. And I'm left with 45,368 on the left. And on the right, 18,796 plus, let's see, I've got 18 and a half books, 18 and a half Bs minus 12 Bs, which would be 6 and a half Bs, 6 and a half books. Now, I could have, instead of subtracting 12b from both sides, I could have subtracted 18 and a half b from both sides. And that would have been fine. I just had to pick one of them. So I picked this one. All right. So now we need to get this number and this number away from the b. And so we'll take the number that's being added to the b first. Okay. So I'm going to subtract 18,796 from both sides. All right. All righty. And let's see, when we get done subtracting, we're going to get 26,572 equals 6 and a half B. All right. So first we made the equation. Then we got we noticed the variable appears in more than one place. Let's get them together. So we subtracted 12b from both sides, and that gave us a single b in the problem. Now we're trying to get the b by itself. So move that number away. Done. Now it's time to move this number away. Well, 6 and a half is being multiplied by b, so the opposite of multiplication is division. Okay. So 6 and a half times divided by 6 and a half is just 1, as in 1b. And so now when we divide, we're going to get 4,088 books. Oh boy, wow, that is some really abysmal penmanship. 4,088 books. So if you're planning on selling about 4,000, 4,100 books, it's not really going to make a difference which of these two methods you use, okay? Because you're going to make about the same amount of money because at that many books, that's where they're equal. But if you're planning on selling a lot more or a lot less, then the method that you pick, whether that one or that one, will certainly make a difference. All right, another one. This one involves speed and distance and things like that. Okay, so a construction crew has just built a new road. It took them 8 weeks to build 10.24 kilometers of road. Kilometers, a little over half a mile. In fact, it's just about exactly 5/8 of a mile. At what rate did they build the road? So I'm seeing time, I'm seeing distance, I'm seeing rate. This looks like a job for the dirt equation. Da, 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 da. Okay, so the distance, I'll replace d, the distance, with whatever the distance is, 10.24 kilometers. They say what is the rate, so we're not going to plug anything in for r. And the time is 8 weeks. Okay, so this one's a lot easier than that last one, a lot easier. So we would say, all right, I want to solve for rate. It's being multiplied by 8. What's the opposite of multiplying by 8? Dividing by 8. And let's see, 8 goes in once. And then, I'm just going to calculate it here. Okay, 1.28. 1.28 kilometers per week. That was their rate, their average rate. Now, that doesn't mean that they did exactly 1.28 kilometers every week for 8 weeks. Some weeks they probably did a little more, some weeks a little less. Okay, that's just the nature of things. But that would be how I would do this problem.